Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the good, the noble, the full of beans today, Dr. Yukon Suckit. And not full of beans in like the farty sort of way, but you know, like beans as in you're feeling kind of rambunctious sort of thing. So anyways, I am coming to you from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing you to a deck called BOROS Artifacts. And let's see, where did I get BOROS Artifacts from? I think I got it from Magic. Yeah, I did. Magic GG from the Premium Mythic list. So yeah, this deck apparently is being very competitive right now. And we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to see how good it plays. So let's start off the low end. We've got Portable Hole. Portable Hole is an artifact that when it comes into play, you exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls with a mana value of 2 or less. And then once Portable Hole leaves play, they get that artifact, an artifact, but they get whatever it is that you exiled, they get it back. We have Reinforced Ronin. So essentially, let me get back to this. This is control at a incredibly weak level for white control. We got Reinforced Ronin, who is an artifact creature. He costs you 1 to put out. He's got haste. He's a hasty 2/2. So you just put him out and he's attacking. And then at the end of your step, at the beginning of your end step, you return him to its owner's hand, which would be your hand. You can channel him just to discard him, at which point then you draw a card. I just realized how grisly that guy looks, right? Look at his shoulder. Whoa. So anyways, yeah, he comes out, he attacks, and then he runs back into your hand for protection. We got Voltage Surge. So for 1, you'll do 2 points of damage to target creature or planeswalker, but you may sacrifice a artifact, and if you do it, then it does 4 points of damage, and you have a lot of extra artifacts running around, so good for you. We got Iron Apprentice. I still can't tell if that, I guess that's his head right there. It kind of looks like a Celestial, I suppose. He comes out as a 1/1, and when he dies, he takes that +1/+1 counter and puts it on another target creature you control. So, and part of this deck is not only is it all about artifacts, but it's all about counters, essentially, and we'll see that later on. Well, I guess we'll see it right here. Luxior, Giada's Gift. So, yeah, it's a, not like a perfume vial. It is a sword with halo in it or something to that effect. But anyways, it's 1 cost. You throw it out there, and you can equip it to somebody depending upon what they are. If it's a creature, it costs 3. If it's a planeswalker, it is 1. And they get +1/+1 for each counter on it. So therefore, if you're putting it on a planeswalker, if they've got 5, like Elspeth does by default, then they suddenly become a 5/5 creature. Equipped permanent isn't a planeswalker, and is a creature in addition to its other types. Loyalty can still be activated. So basically, it turns your planeswalkers into creatures. So that way they can start battling, and then you can use their abilities as well. But even more so, if we're passing around +1/+1 counters on your creatures, then this basically will double the amount of damage that those +1 counters help with, right? So we got Ingenious Smith, who is a 1/1 for 2, but when it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You reveal an artifact from once and put it into your hand. You put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. When 1 or more artifacts enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1 counter on Ingenious Smith. It only happens once per turn. So anyways, here's something that generates +1 counters on itself. So if she gets Luxior, Giada's Gift, and you start putting out more stuff, then she's going to start doubling the amount of damage she's capable of doing while she's holding on to that particular sword. Patchwork Automaton is you pay 2, you get a 1/1. It has Ward 2, which is nice. It can help protect it for a little bit. But whenever you put out an artifact spell, then you put a +1 counter on this guy. So that means if you have a lot of cheap artifacts you're putting out, this guy's going to buff up quickly. And then with all that buffing, Luxior is going to make him be able to double up the amount of damage he's doing. We got Shatterskull Smashing, which is some more of your control. You can use it for red mana. There's only 1 of these in here. Or you can pay X to do X amount of damage divided amongst the 2 target creatures or planeswalkers. We got Maul of the Skyclaves. So this is an artifact equipment. You put it out, something's usually going to beef up because you just put it out, and you attach it to target creature that you have. At which point that creature gets +2/+2, it has flying and first strike. After it comes out, it costs you 4 to put it onto another creature. So it's a little on the spendy side. 3 to put out, 4 to equip. We got Angelfire Ignition. So if you put, when you play this, it's a sorcery. You have to pay 3. Put it on some creature you got, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of the turn. If you play it right, this one can do a lot of good for you and a lot of damage to the other person. Showdown of the Skalds. Let's see. So this is a saga. It costs you 4 to put out. When you place it out there, you look at the top 4 cards of your library. Those are exiled. And you may play them until the end of your next turn. And then for the second and third turn, whenever you cast a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Once again, you are beefing up your creatures, and Luxior is capable of making them do twice as much damage. Elspeth Resplendent. So what is her deal? She puts a +1/+1 counter on some creature, on a target creature, and that creature can get a counter that also could be flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance. That means they're getting 2 counters, which means that counts towards this. It doesn't even have to be a +1/+1 counter. It could be any counter that they have. And she puts 2 counters on target creatures. For -3, you look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a permanent card with mana value of 3 or less from amongst them into the battlefield with a shield counter on it, and you put the rest on the bottom of your library in order. Now, 3 or less, permanent, that's like pretty much like everything. Maul, Skyclaves, Patchwork, Ingenious, any of these things over here, other than Voltage Surge, you could do, there's lots that are 3 or less. You manage to get up to 7, you can create 5 3/3 White Angel token with flying. I'd love to see that someday. I think I might have seen it once, but I barely remember. We got 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons. That costs you 5, 6, including itself, to be able to use it. We've got Den of the Bugbear. This costs you 5 to be able to use this one, including itself. We got the Eiganjo, which will do 4 damage to target a blocking or attacking creature. We got this red guy here, which will put out 2 1/1 spirit tokens in case you're desperate for creatures. Some dual lands. We got a treasure vault, which creates treasure tokens. Cool. And we got some basic lands in there. So that is the deck. Let's take it out and see how well it does. And now we're playing against Yubabrewer. Whatever Yuba is. We got 2 mana. And a lot of things we can play for 1. Let's keep it. Start off a little bit slow there. Probably be able to portable hole something here in a second. I shall Cave of the Frost Giant. And we'll put out the Patchwork Automaton. You can't do anything to him because he's got ward. And that costs 3, which is more than my my purple hole will be able to handle. All right, let's Patchwork Automaton. Let's Iron Apprentice. No attacks. What you gonna do, Yubba? Oh, look at you let your guy do over here, chewing on the precious like that. That's just wrong. Look at him over there clutching that thing. He's paying it. All right, there we go. That's all looking good. Let's slam in. Go for it. Block it up. All right, hopefully we can keep our Patchwork Automaton alive for a second and a half. That sucks. Nope. Well, 2 portable holes. That's not really going to do a whole lot for us here. Equip 3. Let's do it. He's got a sword. He's got a sword. He's got a sword. Hey, 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 hey. That costs 2. You're not going to wipe out everything he's got over there. I think I'm going to just take the life. Let's white up here. We'll go ahead and portable hole our way through that devil. And then we're going to portable hole our way through the lizard blades. And I'll attack in on Senior Snotty Pants there. Dead. I touched the broken precious. All right. Well, hope that made you feel good. So this guy requires another 2 more lands. All right, so you have the ability to play Elspeth at this point. We're just going to keep her pumping up. Next turn, maybe we'll give her a nice sword. Let her start swinging around. I think that's pretty much exactly what that sword's been made for. I just realized that looking at it from this guy's perspective, his Ob Nixilis and my Elspeth are over on this side over there. Don't be looking at my sword. So I can play Elspeth to try to get back some dudes from the top of my library there. The devil's going to get in the way. All right, you know, just let it go, man. You looked at those 2 cards for long enough. Here it comes, whatever's going to happen. Well, that's just disappointing. Let's see what this does before we start choosing too much stuff here. Voltage Surge. I can do 4 points of damage to creature or planeswalker. I think he's going to go after Elspeth. That'd be my guess. He's trying not to let it get up to that level. I'm going for it, though. Trying to get those angels. Gonna pop out another devil. There it is. Okay, we're going to Bugbear up. And I can take care of Frost Dragon. That's it. I can't do the Ronin. Disappointing. And we're out of those cards. All right, we're going to have to start using her if I can't get something going on here. Fine. He's kind of feeling sort of snotty now. Come on, let's go, Snotty Pants. What shall we give it? Flying, possibly? How much does this cost? Another 4 more? That'll take me all of it. Let's just go. I want to know what love is. And I know you can show me. And he's back. All right, so Elspeth's going to have to take another hit. Jeez, the freaking wheeze, man. Can I guys put this guy out? No, I could discard him is what I can do. All right, we're just going to go for it. Another sword. There we go. Let's pop that thing out. Put that on my Planeswalker. Go in for the attack. Oh, I put this guy out too. Too late. Getting a little too ahead of myself, unfortunately. All right, now she's not quite so hittable, is she? Destroy each non-land permanent with a mana value of 1 or less. My sword had a value of mana of 1 or less. So long, Elspeth. You've been resplendent. All right, we're just going for the swarm. Swarm, swarm. Swarm, swarm, swarm. I think I got him. Let's do it again. Swarm, swarm! Yo, the lady! Victory! We're playing against the Rusty Reaper. Rusty. Got 3 mana, a couple of Elspeths. That's a little hardcore. Alright, let's keep it. Iron Apprentice. Bow, 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 bow. Actually, I was thinking more of Iron Maiden. That would have been a different song. All right, here will be number 2. I'll attack my little apprentice. This guy's going for it with the double taps there. All right, let's Maul the Skyclaves. Pop. Is it time for some Angelfire? Nice if they had double striking as well. It'd probably be broken if that would be the case. And there we go. So we need another mana to be able to cast Angelfire again. And I need 4 to be able to put Maul on something. So it'd be nice to get some mana, is I guess what I'm saying. At least 1. And then I'll start whining about needing another one. There's some mana. Got him down to 8. Louise. We got rid of his own enchantment there. Let's see what I can find. Maybe a nice mana would be nice there. Luxior. I mean, this looks more like a perfume commercial than an artifact. Creature or Planeswalker. Well, it'd be nice if you put something else I could go after. Ooh, you're going to give me a spirit token? Another one. That's not going to do me too hot. So, decline. What do I need for this one? Another mana. Can't do that. We are done. Let's put it on her just in case. All right, well, I got enough to put some Elspeths out. That's good. Looks like somebody's trying to control the board. A little board wipe action. I guess that's a Doom Scar. Let's give it a lifelink. All right, so I got ourselves a dragon. I'm cool with that. You gonna wipe the board? There you go. Still got a dragon. Not sure you could do much about that. There we go. Winner, winner, victory dinner. And we're playing against Bulli. Bulli with an eye. There's his dragon, sleep on the job. 3 mana. Some cheap dudes. This sounds good. Keep. Shambling Ghast. Brings us into an Iron Apprentice. Come to me, my Iron Apprentice. All right. Let's planes it up. We'll go ahead and put out a Patchwork Automaton. I think he thinks he's getting the 2-for-1 out of the deal. He's got the mana for it, I suppose. I wonder if I go first or he does. Looks like he does. Yes, I was thinking that the ward would protect him. Oh, good. Oh, he's got ward 2. Yeah, he had more than enough to protect him from it. He's got more than enough mana now to start doing some damage. All right, my man. Maul of the Skyclaves. I'll attack. 15. 3 more turns to go. Well, that sucked. There's some spirit tokens. I might have to use them. What does that cost me? 4? All right, there's a Reinforced Ronin. Ass. Yeah, the question is, can I just keep up the Reinforced Ronin and with Maul of the Skyclaves on it? Thing is, I need 4 mana for that. That's not great. It's got haste. And we'll deal what? Double its damage? I wonder why I didn't attack with the Devilish Valet. Alright, we're going to go for the Reinforced Ronin. I don't like the fact that the card delayed there. You're sitting there being too instancy for me. Ah, we got him down to 9. Another Devil's Valet. Oh, I see. So he doesn't do double damage. He just doubles whenever somebody comes into play. That's right. So we got him up to 6 temporarily. Doing what we did last time. Same thing. All attack. I'm down to 5. Sometimes it seems like it's a victory just staying online. If he actually connects back into this game, he's going to be very disappointed. Huh. What are these 2 new cards in my hands? Why am I only at 1 life? Why haven't my guys done anything? And we win! Probably the most glorious victory we've ever won. It's a victory like no one has ever seen before. All right, so here is Boros Artifacts. And let's see, what was really the greatest card in this deck? And, I don't know. I mean, it's not a particularly great deck. It's amazing. It does pretty well, but no one card really outshines. I guess, you know, because you have the what do we got there? The Patchwork Automation that gets a +1 counter whenever an artifact comes into play. Thing is, so that like Luminarch Aspirant does that like guaranteed every turn. I guess it's only once per turn, while this thing can gain multiple if you put out a lot of different artifacts. Let's see. Reinforced Ronin, the fact that he keeps coming out and coming back in is really going to help out the Patchwork Automaton. And Ingenious Smith. Or is it? No, it's Ingenious Smith. Igneous. Ingenious Smith, when she comes out, you know, helps to pull out an artifact card. So that helps to pump up the... But the thing is that's just one card. And the rest of them, you know, just get a little bit of something from it. It was nice seeing... Giada's gift being used on, I guess, on Elspeth, actually getting her to swing around a little bit was kind of nice. You know, it's funny because this reminds me of like a budget deck or something, except for the fact that there are so many mythic rares in here. So, you know, what can I say about this deck? Let's give it a rating, right? Is it competitive? I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, it did very well. So let me take a look at my own rating here. How did this thing actually do? We'll go back up to my profile. We'll come on down to BOROS Artifacts. And I just won every game I just played. I played, like, I think 4 of them. And I won every game. So it's got a 100% win rate in my trials of it. So is it competitive? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is. It just doesn't feel like it should be. It's fast, but it doesn't seem like it's fast enough. And it's powerful at the beginning, but not powerful enough. It doesn't have the ability to go to super levels like by turn 3 or 4. It just seems like it's got enough to just like grind on somebody regularly for, I don't know, 4 or 6 or 5, you know, somewhere around 4 or 5 mana a turn for the first few rounds. But as soon as they can sort of like control that, then you're kind of stuck. Angelfire Ignition is super cool. I kind of wish it was instant because it's the only thing that can keep your dudes alive with that indestructibility. But it's supposed to be kind of a surprise that just gives, you know, it's like, oh, that guy's got a guy. Then suddenly it's like it's got, you know, the next guy that comes out's got Vigilance and Trample and Haste and Lifelink and Indestructible. And it's just nasty. Elspeth, you saw that I was trying to get up to the 5 White Angel tokens deal, and I could not get her to keep 7. I'd be willing to sacrifice her at 7 just to get those angels out. But it just took them pumping out a devil each turn to be able to keep me from getting away from it. I couldn't keep enough blockers out to keep me alive for anything. There's not a lot of creatures in here, really. I mean, there's, you know, I'd say maybe a third of the cards are creatures or something. So altogether, I'm surprised the deck does as well as it does. But anyways, is it competitive? Yeah, I guess so. Is it fun? I'm going to give it a middle ground on there. It's not fun, right? It's just not particularly super fun. And is there a theme to it? I got to say, I do appreciate the theme. I do appreciate the artifact theme and the artifacts working together to build each other up. Do appreciate that. Not really sure what Elspeth has to do with it. I guess it's +1 counters. And then you have the sword, which gives each an additional +1 for each +1 counter, or I guess any counter on it, which would really work out well with what Elspeth's capable of handling there. So what am I going to give this deck? I'm going to give it an A-, just because it checks off all of the qualifications. I just don't believe that it can be competitive and that you're going to win that much. I mean, sure, I'm showing a 100% win rate, but that's just got to be luck. I don't know. Anyways, try it out. See if you have the same results. Maybe it'll be really good for you too. So anyways, I hope you have as much fun with this deck as I did. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.